Okay, so summary for Arkham Horror, the card game. First off, runs for around $35 or so, if I remember correctly. Not too bad, except the one downside being that the core itself only has the necessary materials for 1 or 2 players. You need a second core set if you want to play with 3 or 4 players. Which, 1 or 2 will probably work for a lot of people, but at the same time, if you want to introduce anybody to it, it's a lot easier to be able to just play 3 than to ask your regular player to sit out.
Yep.
So, really, what Arkham comes down to for me is it is a fantastic little story. The gameplay mechanics are really nothing particularly unique or special. They're entertaining, they work, they accomplish the goal, but it's the story that's going to be either the selling or not selling point for you. If you're interested in the story, if you like, the whole Cthulhu universe, mythos, investigation, Arkham Horror kind of stuff, if you've ever read and enjoyed Lovecraft, that kind of stuff, then this could certainly be for you. Because it is an enjoyable little tale, and they're putting out new little packs and stories and all kinds of stuff all the time. So, lots to do there in the Cthulhu world. If, however, you're less interested in that, or story-driven games just really aren't your thing, then this is definitely not one to bother with. Because, like I mentioned earlier in one of the earlier segments, there's 3 cases in the core box, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, you're essentially paying, $11.50 per story. I mean,
yep.
It's kind of nuts, really. It should have at least been 5 or 6. I mean, it's not like it took a great deal of, rules pages or anything to include these. I mean, yeah, it would have added to production costs, but this is Fantasy Flight Modi. This isn't, some little indie company, and it just seems like a real shame to put so little replay in the box. I mean, I get it, they want to sell their expansion packs and all that stuff, but still, I mean, is somebody who plays through 5 or 6 really going to stop there? I mean, really? So giving this one a budget thumbs up isn't really...
No. This one asks you to spend even more money than...
It's an LCG, which translates to money sink for those not familiar with it. Is it good? I mean, absolutely. We enjoyed the heck out of the story. It was a lot of fun for us playing through it with our intrepid band of investigators and such, trying not to go crazy and do all that stuff. But budget-wise, definitely not. You're just... Like I said, it comes out to like $11.50 a scenario.
Yeah,
and that's today's prices. Down the road when it's harder to find. Ugh. Anyway.
Well, and that's if you only got 1 copy.
Yeah, true. You want to go 3 or 4 playing this? Ugh, ish, woof, and various other exasperated sounds. The production values are FFG's usual, fairly high quality stuff. I mean, there's art and flavor text all over the place, It's an enjoyable read. It's an enjoyable thing to look at.
And the difficulty is scalable.
You can't wait until I finish a sentence.
That is true.
Just FYI. Yeesh. But yes, scalable difficulty, all that other good stuff. Seems kind of odd that it doesn't come with any sort of bag either, since you need to be randomly drawing those tokens like all the time.
Nothing that I can recall Fantasy Flight that even with randomized tokens comes with a bag.
Yeah, it may just not be their deal. I mean,
there's a cup for Descent too.
It's kind of a missed opportunity there, I think. But what are you gonna do? Then they'd probably have to charge $45 or something.
Yeah. Well, because
count for a small cloth bag.
Yep. So they're like, just use a cup for Elder Sign.
Cup, they say. But yeah, now usual, fairly high quality components. Nice tokens and all that, like they usually do. If you've ever seen a Fantasy Flight product, you know what to expect here.
Yep.
And all that good stuff. Yeah, no, I'd say that about sums it up fairly well. Oh, I guess I should mention the rules could have been a little better organized. They are a little piecemeal, because you've got your example, first mission kind of walkthrough thing. It's done up kind of like Mage Knight, but honestly, Mage Knight's rule book is a little better laid out than this one, I would say. But
well, it's also done a little bit like
end of a sentence.
sorry.
You're making me crazy. Anyway.
Like Rebellion.
Sort of.
It's got
But yeah, so decent product, lots of fun, but not really a budgety choice. So, if you got that disposable cash burning a hole in your pocket, you love stories like this, then absolutely, you could do a whole heck of a lot worse. If not, maybe just read some spoilers somewhere and there you go. Or find enough playthrough videos so that you can see 1 and 2 and 3, and then you're good. So we got 3 covered for you, so you're just going to need to find a 2, because 1 should be pretty easy, actually.
1 should be pretty popular.
Anyway, that's probably about enough of that. So until next time, get off your computer, mobile device, whatever, and go play some more games.